Who would think that an injury sustained to Seth Rollins would be seen as a good thing and a positive? What are the backstage heads in the WWE saying? What are WWE officials saying about the injury of Seth Rollins and why the timing is impeccable? While the timing is good. Now, me, I don't ever want to see a WWE star go down with an injury, especially something that is as serious as Seth Rollins' injury. Also got breaking news on a massive death in the world of professional wrestling, a huge passing away. Also, we got breaking news as it concerns Becky Lynch. We also got breaking news as concerns WWE SmackDown. Now, we have a lot to get into, and we don't got a hell of a lot of time to do it because I'm working on the next big story. Remember, so you never miss an episode of Sean's View, and you know I do this multiple times a day. I unload videos, and I upload them to you numerous times a day. Set a reminder right now. I want you to all please set a reminder on your cell phone, your iPhone, your iPad, your laptop, your TV, your watch. Set a reminder to watch Sean View around the clock because I will never stop for you. Now, let's lead in with our first headline, our first top story of the day. Now, we're going to get into this whole Seth Rollins thing because this was something else when I was reading it. Ladies and gentlemen, World Heavyweight Champion of the Red Brand of Raw on Netflix. Seth Rollins hurt his shoulder during his battle with undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes in the main event of Crown Jewel last Saturday. The Visionary's injury is reportedly serious, and he is expected to be out of action past WrestleMania 42 2026, which means, again, Seth Rollins will miss WrestleMania next year. Now, world champions and former world champions in the WWE are no stranger to missing WrestleMania. Seth Rollins, according to those in the know, plans can change. Seth Rollins likely, there's an 85% chance that Seth Rollins will vacate his world title because he is set to undergo surgery very soon if he hasn't already had surgery. Now, according to PW Insider in a brand new shocking update in the WWE, Seth Rollins' injury isn't being seen as a total setback within WWE. Some within WWE who believe his injury is legitimate see a potential positive in the situation. And you're probably saying, well, how could it be a positive when a wrestler is injured, a wrestler is out, they're going to miss WrestleMania? The belief is that elevating Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed under Paul Heyman's tutelage, his guidance, could bring new energy to the WWE and hold the company and help the company move past what many describe as the creative doldrums of 2025. Rollins was kicked out of his own group, The Vision, on Raw earlier this week, which was apparently a last-minute decision. Now, again, could Seth Rollins be fooling all of us? Could Seth Rollins be pulling the wool over our eyes? Could it be all fake? Yeah. Could it be drummed up? Could it be dramatized? Yeah, this could be a work. But something feels very different about this time. It actually seems realistic. It actually seems formulatic. It kind of makes sense now. But viewers, fans, and subscribers, just because it makes sense doesn't mean it's good. But I guess if there is a shred of goodness to this, if you want to call it that, I guess, yes, now is the time to build up the future of the WWE. And we all heard yesterday that a bunch of NXT stars are going to be called up to the blue brand of SmackDown. Because we also got Rollins injured. Jacob Fatu will be out for an extended amount of time. Probably is going to miss WrestleMania as well. Obviously, that is very sad and that is very tragic. And that is not what you want to see or hear. I can assure you of that right now. But as we progress in the morning, going into the lunch hour, going to the afternoon, I got this pivotal update. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters at this time, WWE star teases their return to the company. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm not just talking about a small star. I'm not talking about a minor star. We're talking about a gigantic star returning to the company. Ladies and gentlemen, it would appear as if Omos will be returning to WWE to be the bodyguard of Becky Lynch while Seth Rollins is away and injured. And we know Seth Rollins will be away for a significant amount of time. What are your feelings and your thoughts about Omos returning to World Wrestling Entertainment? Do you think it's a good thing, a bad thing? Does it set a precedent? What are your thoughts on the entire thing about Omos returning to the company? Do you think that this would be good for his career, or do you think it's a positive, guys? Omos is now seen as a star that the WWE can use whenever they want. But not only that, He is a special attraction. Yes, the WWE are using Omos as a special attraction athlete because it's not every day you can find a man as big and as major as Omos. Here's a man in Omos who went against Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. That just goes to show you the importance and what WWE thinks and their value of Omos in the WWE. Speaking about Omos and Brock Lesnar, there is a rumor that at the Royal Rumble, Omos, Brock Lesnar in a rematch from WrestleMania from a few years ago. Is that a rematch that you would be interested and invested in seeing? And if anybody could put an end, a stop to Brock Lesnar's dominance, it would be a man as big and as tall as Omos. But again, plans can change. Again, plans can change. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, sadly and unfortunately, we have yet another death. Another death to talk about, another death to bring up, another RIP in the wrestling industry. And this one is about as sad and as maddening as it can get, viewers. This is one of those things that, boy, it's tough to read. It was tough for me even bring this out. Ladies and gentlemen, according to those in the know at this time and at this hour, the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters, this man had a mark in the industry. He was in the industry. He was the man responsible for the 1, the 2, and the 3. Former pro wrestling referee has tragically passed away following a beer attack in Japan. He officiated matches in several Japanese wrestling promotions, went missing on Thursday while working at the Sime Onsen, a single-in hot spring resort in Japan. Reportedly, he had been cleaning an outdoor bath when the apparent attack took place, the apparent attack. Authorities later discovered bloodstains, animal fur, and several of his personal belongings of this former referee, including his glasses, slippers, and cleaning tools near the scene. A search operation was launched soon after, and a body believed to be this former referee in the wrestling industry in a wooded area close by. Officials also confirmed that an adult male, black bear, believed to be responsible for the attack, was located and put down by the search team. Rossi Asalogo, the founder of Japanese wrestling promotion Margie Gold, issued the following statement on his demise. Tragic news has come in that the body of former referee who was attacked by a bear and went missing in a hot spring facility has been found. Final referee appearance was in Margie Gold Ring, a junior from All Japan Pro Wrestling, Women's Pro Wrestling. He was reserved but dedicated to his work, and he leaves behind 2 young daughters. He was supposed to attend an event coming up but was absent, and we parted ways without exchanging any words. I pray for his soul rest in peace. A person who has supported me by inviting me to 0-1 during tough times for the last time he was referee was in January this year. We extend our deepest condolences to his family and friends. Again, former referee dead after bear attack in Japan. Obviously very sad, very frightening, very horrible. Unbelievable, guys. A bear attack of all things. Also, breaking news on the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy suffered injury after a dangerous spot at TNA Bound for Glory as Jeff Hardy was coming down off that ladder. A swanton at TNA Bound for Glory 2025. Jeff Hardy actually hurt himself, got a big gash in the back of his head, and Jeff Hardy had to be stitched up. He had to be glued up. But Jeff Hardy appears as if he will be all right. But, there was a lot of rumor and speculation that Jeff Hardy may be so injured, that he may be so hurt, that he may have to relinquish his half of the tag team championships. But again, that is only rumor at this time because Jeff Hardy may have to enter concussion protocol. And again, this all went down at TNA Bound for Glory 2025. Also, Matt Hardy addresses the Hardys' TNA contractual status amid looming expiration date. Matt Hardy is clearing the air for all of you. And yes, it would appear as if Matt and Jeff Hardy, the Hardy brothers, the Hardy boys, could be, not the Hardy boys, the Hardy brothers, could be involved in the Survivor Series, TNA versus NXT. Once again, the battle for supremacy, the battle for survival, the battle for bragging rights at the Survivor Series. Will it go down? Will it happen? Will it culminate with the Hardy Boys at the Survivor Series? Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, and your emotions on all of that. That would be epic, guys. Imagine the Hardy Boys at Survivor Series. Also, the WWE Monday Night Raw. Huge changes coming to the red brand of Raw on Netflix. Ladies and gentlemen, WWE making announcer change for Raw in Sacramento. Ladies and gentlemen, the WWE ring announcer will be cut out for one night only to see the return of Lillian Garcia. Yes, indeed, you heard that right. Also, Blake Monroe finally explains why she turned down WWE main roster for NXT. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. And more about that referee, that wrestling referee, Katsuma. His name was Katsumi. He was killed again in an apparent bear attack in Japan. John Cena's farewell match nearly crashed WWE's tickets with 50,000 waiting. 50,000 were waiting in the queue on Ticketmaster and a bunch of other websites for the retirement, the last ever match of the late. Well, wait a minute. You know what? There's been so many deaths. No, it's not the late John Cena. No. No, we've had too many deaths between Hulk Hogan dying, Ozzy Osbourne dying this year. Listen, we almost lost Ric Flair at one point. We almost lost Bret the Hitman Hart at one point due to strokes and heart attacks and ICUs. But the great, I didn't mean to say the late, the great John Cena, that just goes to show you the drawing power, the prestige, and the importance of John Cena. 50,000 people were waiting to get tickets to see John Cena's last ever match in the WWE. And again, I have to question, how can people afford this? It is so expensive. It is so damn much money. How can 50,000 people afford $3,000 a ticket, $2,000, hell, $1,000 a ticket? Absolutely unbelievable. But again, there must be a lot more rich people in this world than I realize, because right now, someone like me that I'm lucky to make $100 a month on here on YouTube, unbelievable, guys. Absolutely unbelievable. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, according to those in the know, Andrade's WWE non-compete clause could be deemed illegal under U.S. law. Yes, you heard that right. Could be deemed illegal under U.S. law. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, at this time, scrapped championship plans for WWE's The Vision rebuild again. Scrapped plans being revealed. Canceled plans on the forefront of World Wrestling Entertainment. Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions. Also, who is looking forward to tonight's Blue Brand edition of SmackDown? And how is the WWE going to kill off Jacob Fatu, who is supposed to face Drew McIntyre tonight in a #1 contenders match to see who will face Cody Rhodes for the very prestigious WWE Championship on WWE Survivor Series. Again, Jacob Fatu is injured. He's hurt. He's going to be out for a long time, just like Seth Rollins. You got to wonder, how is the WWE going to deal with this? How are they going to write off somebody the caliber, the superstar of Jacob Fatu? Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, and your emotions. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we are receiving word that, yes, Seth Rollins once again has been spotted in a sling. We saw him spotted in a sling before Raw last week, and now he's been spotted in a sling once again. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, another injury, another one bites the dust. Fallon Henley. Again, it was a rumor, but now it's confirmed. Yet another injury, guys. This is getting bad, man. What is this? Black Death. Fallon Henley injured after a brutal botch spot at NXT house show. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, BJ Ray seemingly responds to claims he didn't separate character from reality. Tony Khan provides an update on Swerve Strickland's recovery status after surgery. And Tony Khan addresses Samoa Joe's possible retirement from pro wrestling. Man, look at all the stars, all the wrestlers we're losing. Either it be due to injury, or whether it be to death, or whether it be due to retirement. Wow. Absolutely unbelievable. Wow. Man, I'll tell you, that dark cloud hangs over professional wrestling, not just WWE, but AEW as well. Man, it's harsh. It is harsh realities out there. Viewers, this is your primetime spot. Subscribe. We got plenty more to come. Remember, set a reminder on your cell phone, your iPhone, your laptop, your TV, your watch. Set a reminder to watch Sean View around the clock because I will never stop for all of you. You are true to Sean's View.